Over the decades, companies have looked at customer service as a cost center. But here at Origin 63, we truly believe that customer service is a revenue generator. Through tools like HubSpot Service Hub, you can enable your service teams to not only give outstanding customer service, but to also ensure that those relationships are turning into dollars. So today, I'm going to show you a little bit about HubSpot Service Hub and why and how it can be helpful for you and your team. One of the things that makes HubSpot very different from most point solution softwares for service teams is that its service tools are actually centralized around a CRM. And that CRM can be shared with the marketing team, the sales team, and your service team for a full 360-degree view of your customer. So that means as an agent and as any person on the team, if I'm looking at a particular customer, I'm not only going to see information on their profile, which is all customizable, but I'm also going to see any information that they're attached to, as well as any past tickets, for example, that are either open or have been closed. And the reason this is incredibly helpful is that when we look at the actual company view, all this information ladders up to that account. So if you have multiple people touching one account, especially in situations where you may have sales, customer service, and customer success, all the information that you need to be able to work a ticket or talk to a customer to see how they're doing can be found here in the activity feed, where all of their behaviors, actions, and any submissions that they've put through would be. And then also see all of the attached deals or tickets, for example, for the service team, all in one place under the company. The centralized CRM truly makes it efficient to be able to understand the context of a customer in a larger lens instead of having your service team working in a complete silo. The origination of tickets comes from our inboxes, and our inboxes are basically queues that are tied to channels. In HubSpot, we can have multiple channels. We can have chat, email, forms, Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, and we also have some beginning starting tools for calling. In the inbox, we have the most important metric of our service teams, the SLA. So as a contact is coming through various channels, it will trigger the start of our SLAs. Out of the box, we have time to first reply as well as time to close, and this can be set up for not only all tickets coming into that inbox, but also based on priority. So if you have tiers, such as tier 1, etc., you'll be able to set a priority automatically to those tickets and then can escalate the SLA based off of that information. As an agent, when I'm in my inbox, I can see all of the information that is assigned to me. So for instance, I have an email in front of me. On the right-hand side, I have the customer that's attached to that, as well as any of their previous conversations and the company they're attached to, as well as the information regarding this particular ticket. I also have queues here on the left-hand side that I can have set up so that I can also just focus on chats, for example, if I'm only on chat for the day, or I can also bounce between the different modes of the creation of those particular tickets. If you are coming into a chat, you'll also be able to see all the past information that you've collected within that chat, especially if it's something that is starting off with a bot and then handing it off to the agent. Some really cool tools that are available to us, not only within chat, but also for email and all the other channels on tickets, is the ability to, first of all, insert knowledge base articles, which we'll talk about in the next section, but can also utilize the templates as well as snippets. This would be helpful for your agents to not only provide answers to frequently asked questions, but also to provide them with solutions to common problems. The other new thing that HubSpot has just released is the ability to summarize the conversation. So if I need to pass this off for a team member, all I need to do is click this little guy here, and it will summarize the full conversation and then pass it to the teammate that I end up linking. This is a great way to have connections between our teammates during a live chat that will not be seen by the customer. So if you need any collaboration, it's a good way to do it that way. And then you can also leave notes for each other in this way too, enable to, if you're passing it off or escalating the ticket, enabling the person who's getting that information to be able to quickly see in one view what's going on with that particular ticket. In addition, there are also the ability to use the AI assistant to rewrite information. So if you would like to expand or shorten or change the tone of information, this AI tool will enable you to do that directly within the inbox as you're having conversations with customers. As another self-service tool other than the chatbot, the knowledge base is also built directly into HubSpot. One of the reasons that the knowledge base is so powerful is that not only can we use it within the inbox as a conversation piece, but we can also use it within our live chat and also our chatbots. The other thing that's really great about having your knowledge base built in with HubSpot is the ability to see these insights. So for instance, at the top here, all of my articles, I can see how many views they're getting and how long people are reading those articles, and also see a helpful or unhelpful rating. But below this, and perhaps probably the most impactful piece of this, is I can actually see not only what people are searching the most, but also what terms people are searching that they are not being able to find searches for. In this case, what I'm able to do is go through and tag my particular articles with that particular term so that it will come up more often. Or if I don't have content, this is a great way of passing it off to those who are running your knowledge base to create new content to help your customers. I also have the ability to see all of my past and open tickets, and as a customer, I can also click into these tickets to interact with the service rep on the other end. So we looked at the inbox where all of the individual conversations are flowing in. And if your customer support team is used to closing out information pretty fast, the inbox is a great place to work. However, all of these individual conversations are also linked to tickets, and another unique feature of HubSpot is the ticket pipeline. This is a great way of being able to see at a high-level overview where individual issues and inquiries are sitting in terms of stage. So in a lot of cases with other tools, you're tracking that information only within the inbox and within the status of those particular inquiries. In HubSpot, you also have this overview to look at as well. This can give us the ability to, again, click into the record, and it's going to show all of the ticket information here on the left-hand side, also customizable like the CRM. And then we'll also have the person that's attached to it and any information here on the right-hand side that might be helpful. And then in the activity, we'll have all of the back and forth information that could be helpful in picking up this ticket and continuing forward. You may notice that in our example, we have statuses for waiting on contact and waiting on us. Through HubSpot's automation, we can actually support the ability to have this triggered automatically so that as we're sending an email to a customer, it'll change the ticket to waiting on contact. And then as we get a reply from the customer, it changes to waiting on us. This is a great way of being able to manage the back and forth of tickets that may take longer to track. And it's also a great way of tracking tickets that have been escalated that you may want to make sure that you don't lose sight on. One of the things you'll also notice when we set our SLA is that we will get notifications if we are close to or over our SLA limit. So this is another great way of being able to prioritize the conversations that you need to check in on and to make sure that you're adhering to your SLA. Once a ticket is closed, we also have the ability within HubSpot to send a feedback survey. HubSpot surveys are much more robust than other service providers. We have the ability not only to send the very common CSAT score, which is your smiley faces, but we also have the ability to customize a survey, to send the customer effort score, which is a 1 through 7, and then also to send NPS scores. How this works is that you actually have the ability to select whether or not this survey is an email as shown here. You can embed it in your chat, or you can also have it as a pop-up on your site. And the nice thing about the way that HubSpot has it is that it really truly does look like this in both mobile and desktop. So when customers are able to click their smiley faces, what we're going to ask for is feedback. And this can be customized based off of what they're selecting. So I can change the message that I'm showing here based off of their sentiment, but most importantly, I can also customize the language that I am showing as a confirmation of their submission. This means if you are a company that wants to try to get reviews, you can add your review link to the happy customers, but perhaps not to the unhappy customers. This way you can really control the experience for the person that's submitting on the other end. The other thing that we're able to do is customize how we respond to these individuals. So we can actually create workflows that send an email automatically to the customer, thanking them for their review. We can also send internal notifications, or perhaps even create a task that would allow somebody to acknowledge that they had a good review or a bad review and what the next steps would be. So this gives you the ability not only to collect survey information, but also to act on it appropriately. In addition to collecting all of this data, HubSpot has a robust reporting system. All of the information that you're seeing on my screen is out-of-the-box reports from HubSpot related to tickets, but we also have the ability to create custom reports that enable us to use not only ticket information, but also ticket information from other records. For instance, if you want to pool tickets and look at the company by size or by industry, we're able to query not only the ticket information, but also the company that's associated to it. All of this information can be added to a dashboard. And when you add these to a dashboard, you'll be able to see all of your reports in one place, as well as automate that information. Here's an example of a dashboard. So you can see in this case, we've actually done some custom reports looking at the category of a ticket, of resolved tickets, and then also category trends over time so that we can really get an understanding of how this information ladders up. All of this information, for example, are drop downs on those tickets that we looked at that agents are selecting. And if you're wondering if Service Hub is truly an effective tool, look no further than HubSpot's recent ROI report released just in the last couple months. Customers who have used Service Hub are not only seeing tremendous increase in the amount of closed tickets, but also seeing faster resolution time, a pretty big time savings, and also through the use of the self-service tools such as the knowledge base and the chatbot, are also seeing cost savings of about 5% just based off being able to curtail the creation of tickets and calls by answering those frequently asked questions quickly. To summarize what you just saw as an overview of HubSpot Service Hub, one of the major differences between HubSpot and other service tools is the true centralized CRM that gives you that 360-degree view of your customer. It not only enables your service team to provide outstanding customer support, but it also contextualizes the information that your sales and marketing team is using as well. So in conclusion, utilizing something like HubSpot for an all-in-one platform for all of your teams is a great way of not only looking at providing excellent customer support, but also generating the revenue from those conversations. So if you're thinking about making a change, consider HubSpot Service Hub for your service team. Definitely subscribe for more videos that go deeper And we look forward to any questions that you might have about the platform.